Welcome into the program, everybody. This is Alabama Unfiltered Radio. I'm Scott Beason. It is a Wednesday, the 10th day of June, in the year of our Lord, 2026. We appreciate you being with us, and we appreciate you listening, and we appreciate you telling people about the program. I am here. Big Sky Mountain Mosley is here, and Eubank is here. Good morning, Ann. How are you?
I'm good. Good.
Deal. Fantastic.
I had to watch the bunny eat my lettuce this morning.
What is that? Is that calming, or did you want to shoot it?
No, the poor little bunny, I think, lost its mama to the hawk.
Oh.
So I threw out some carrots on the front yard last night.
Uh-huh.
He ate the carrots on the front yard, but my lettuce is in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So it's butter crunch, and he
loves it, doesn't like it.
Yeah, I don't think he likes it much, but we put it out there because we know we have bunnies.
Right.
Because we don't eat.
So you spend a lot of money on lettuce to be able to eat.
Well, I mean, what is it? 98 cents for a pack
I don't know, but
of seeds
if you're
you
keeping
throw
the
out
bunny,
there, keep
keeping
the
the bunny
out
from
of my
eating.
beans and peas. And
Oh, that's more important. So you're sacrificing the lettuce
Yes.
for the beans and peas. I got it.
Yeah.
I saw something this morning, Sky, and that I had not seen before, and maybe I just didn't remember. But I saw a pair of hawks sitting on the same power line right beside each other.
That's rare.
that is
You
rare.
don't
They're
usually see them
solitary
together.
hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Now,
apparently they were.
Was it a big one and a little one? Or were they
It was a
the
big
same?
one and a slightly less big one. So I
Can
guess
you
it was,
identify
I think
hawks?
it was
Do
girl
you know-
and boy.
Do you know enough about them?
Yeah, it was a hawk.
Did it
It was
have
a
a
bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it have
Okay.
red tail feathers?
I didn't. I was driving
Yeah,
safely.
we have red tail, the ones with the split feathers on the back
Mm-hmm.
that are red.
Aren't they kind of big?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought I told you the story about Wendy being out in the back.
And it coming by her?
It came by and picked up the squirrel and was holding the squirrel by the shoulders, and the little squirrel was just dangling, kicking its feet. And Wendy's going absolutely ballistic. I got the squirrel. I got the-" And she said it flies off with the squirrel just hanging there. Yeah, they're
Aw.
big. They are big.
Yeah, I don't think these were that kind. What are my other choices, Sky?
In our area, we have a lot of sharp-shinned hawks and Cooper's hawks.
Really?
Very, very seldom see a red tail. But,
Yeah. Well,
I think we have more of those up here.
Yeah,
I
I
believe you
sit
did,
right
yes.
next to the preserve.
Okay.
So,
We're seeing bald eagles in the area now.
oh, I have not
Do you have
seen
those?
one. I saw those.
Yes.
I saw they're like crows in Alaska.
They're just everywhere.
They're making a big comeback.
They sit on top of in one of the towns, and I can't remember which one it was. They were sitting on top of the church steeple, looking down at the people. And I am telling you, bald eagles have
Man.
wicked eyes.
They do
Man,
have some
they are
crazy eyes.
impressive.
Oh, I mean wicked, but they are. They're like crows.
They're just everywhere.
Everywhere.
The so when we were out of town last week, my sons and I played golf. Well, we went and hit balls on the course, so I guess it was still playing golf.
You didn't keep score, obviously.
No, my youngest absolutely keeps score on everything.
Oh,
So we
okay.
had a score on holes, each other. What is that, match play? And then we had the overall score. So it was a lot of scorekeeping going on from his point of view. Usually when he's winning, he wants to keep score.
Oh yeah.
Well, he wants to tell you about the
Yeah,
score. He's
we
always
heard a lot
keeping up
about it.
with
A lot
but,
about it. The but we saw an osprey
Oh, wow.
carrying off a giant limb. I say giant. I mean, it was probably 2 or 3 feet, just a mangled limb that he was taking or she was taking off to a nest, apparently.
An osprey is, some people call them, they're a seahawk.
Seahawks.
In effect, yes.
Uh-huh.
Very-
In
when I-
Dallas? Weren't you
if there
in
was
Dallas?
no reincarnation-
we're in Florida.
Oh,
That's
you
what I
went
want to
for
come
it.
back as.
You want to
an
come back as a
osprey.
Seahawk?
Yeah. Well, they're protected species.
Okay.
They live at the beach. They eat fish all the time. Have a great life.
Yeah. I mean, he was,
so-
and he lived apparently right by the golf course. So,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, he was bougie.
Incredible
I
predators,
started
too.
to say,
Really?
if you were
Oh,
in
yeah.
Dallas, there's not any water.
No,
anywhere
we were
near.
not in Dallas. We were in on 30A somewhere.
We'll occasionally see one. In our
Okay, big.
Well, I mean, not like right on the water. That's big. But we had the golf cart over and that kind of stuff.
Well, still.
I mean, it's still nice.
38
It's a
is-
weird place down there, though.
It
Did y'all know they have? You probably do.
I do.
And somebody needs to explain to me how that they have private beaches.
Yes.
Like, so it goes from your house all the way to the water line.
Yes, and which I think
I don't even know how that's
legal.
so on my on a farm. You got your farm with a little crappy nothing. It's not even a creek; it's a ditch, and the federal government claims they have all this authority all the way up across your farm on the little ditch. But then at the same time, they can grant private property rights on a beach
into the ocean.
all the way into the ocean. I don't really get that.
I don't either. I don't think it's.
So what you had is you had like the public beach accesses look like the New Jersey beach.
Right.
You know, the old Donald Duck cartoon from Disney, like in the 40s or 50s, where you go out there and there's one spot out in the middle for one little umbrella to pop up. Bloop. That's kind of how it was, and then just right there and right there,
You can't.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Breaks
don't
my
really
heart.
understand that.
I don't
It's
think
not right.
It's not. It's really not right. But you know, if you got enough money, you can do anything.
Yeah, I figured somebody lobbied for that
Yeah.
sometime in the past.
Well, 30A is.
I'm sure it's expensive as all
it's-
get out.
Yeah, it's big time.
But anyway, it was nice. I mean, we enjoyed it. My whole family likes the beach
Oh yeah.
more than I do.
Yeah. Are you a big seafood
No,
connoisseur?
I'm not even a big
No?
seafood
Well,
person.
no wonder you don't get such a big kick out of it. That's,
I mean,
that's
after a few
part of the
days, I
fun.
got it. But just going and sitting and soaking.
I would live there.
I,
You just
well,
can't
yeah.
be still. Yeah. You just can't be still.
No, I need to. I
just-
need to.
Well,
I need
you
to do
can
something.
get
I
up
need to
and
bother
walk up and
somebody.
down the beach and try to catch a shark.
I need to
and-
talk to everybody. That when I go
Yeah.
walk, I need to go talk to them.
I mean,
just.
you just.
You never stop. You never
Oh
stop.
my goodness, it's tough. So let's talk about the things that are going on.
Oh, good.
What
gracious.
has happened with you since I have seen you
I
last?
have done nothing. But I have received, boy, the phone calls I'm getting.
Really?
Yeah, I got a DC phone call yesterday, which was quite interesting, and I can't talk about it, but I'll bring it as soon as I can. It's going to be exciting for the state of Alabama.
Really?
Yeah. And,
Exciting as in good or exciting as in bad? 'Cause
well, it's according to which side you're on.
uh-huh.
Okay. And because I live in 7, I'm in one of those nice little. I've been switched 3 times from 6 to 7 because
Right.
of the maps.
Mm-hmm.
I am a prime target for what's going to happen, and I'm really excited about it.
Really?
Yeah,
Hey, while I was gone, what happened on redistricting?
that's what I'm talking about.
Well, Ann is the expert on that. I'll defer to.
Yeah, so
to
I
her.
was gone.
Plus, she's
and,
got a little
and-
tease news
and
going on there.
Steve
too.
Marshall had taken
Yeah.
it and said, "Hey, look, we
Yeah, we went back to the original 23 map.
okay." That's what I thought, but then I
Yes.
thought the court took it back to the 11th. Some judge
No,
messed
that's
it up
25
again.
and 26. That's not the
okay.
feds. That's the state
Uh-huh.
elections.
Okay.
25 and 26 are still, as of right now,
Uh-huh.
the judge hasn't ruled that I know of because I didn't check this morning. It stayed the way it is on the 24 map. That
You talking about the state senate
the
districts?
state senate districts.
So the congressional districts were done.
Right, we're done.
We're done. We wimped out, went halfway. 6 Republican districts, 1 Democrat, like it's been for years and years and years
Right.
and years and years. The one Obama approved,
Yeah,
but it's the state legislative map
Yeah.
that they've got the little argument over.
25
The
and
one that is
26.
that Senate District 25 and 26,
Yeah.
right there in Prattville or whatever.
Montgomery, Prattville, whatever.
I get the feeling that the federal court is a little bit like, look, hey, dude, just let them win that thing. The state senate districts, nobody cares. They're the Republican. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just give them that, and
Throw 'em a
then
bone.
then the SPLC and the NAACP and everybody can be like, and we'll award them some. We'll get them some winnings. That's what they really want anyway. We'll give them some money.
Yeah,
No, I'm being serious.
I know. The SPLC guy got hammered in Congress
Oh, I
yesterday.
did. I did see some of that.
That was funny.
So we'll have a little bit of that. Did y'all see the
So wait, you have
What?
to wait. So the whole districting thing,
Mhm.
our legislators are swearing they're going to take it up in the next session and make it 7R and 0D.
I'm for them.
Uh huh.
They should have done it before, but
Okay.
I'm
wait,
happy.
Wait.
You got to wait.
You got to wait. Do you honestly believe that Nathaniel Ledbetter, who was a Democrat how many years ago, and Garland Gudger, who came from a Democrat family, are going to allow that to travel through the legislature without some help?
Hey, maybe. I don't know. We got to take a break, though. A lot of stuff to do. We'll be right back. We are back, everybody. Alabama Unfiltered Radio and Eubank is with me, and we're up on YouTube, so check us out over there. You can go to Scott Beason, ScottBeason, and go to the Listen Live. Check us out on YouTube and see what we're doing there. You can also check our phone number, 1-800-289-9228, 1-800-289-9228. Big Sky Mountain Mosley told me I need to remind people of both of those.
Please.
Get a few more subscribers.
I want to tell you, I'm a numbers person.
Yes.
I cannot memorize that number.
I can't either. And
It's
Scott,
easy.
no, but I'm not a numbers person. I'm a
I'm
slightly math dyslexic, which I think there's a real word for that, but nobody knows what it is. And so I get the order messed up all the time. What?
Your math, but they don't have a word for it.
Well, they do have it, but nobody knows. No
He's
one would.
making it up.
If I knew what
it's
it
not
was,
a
all
real
right, hold on, hold on.
condition.
What is the word for math dyslexia? I bet you maybe the computer will know.
You hope.
It's like dysgraphia or something. Hold on. Let's see. Dyscalculia. See?
And named after calculus, which will make any of us.
Yeah, see, so
dyslexic.
nobody, if I'd have said I got a little tab of the dyscalculia, people were like, man, you need to get a shot.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you see the nurse immediately.
How many days of antibiotic do you need on that?
2 weeks, Z-Pack, maybe intravenous use. But I can usually remember the numbers,
Yeah,
but the order will be off. But it's a weird phone number for some reason.
it is. I'm like, I have to write it down too.
Well, that's why I need people to put it in their phones.
Yeah.
They don't have to know they're calling today. Just put it in there, and then when they want to call, then they can call. 1-800, I can remember that part, 289-9228. So it's all the same numbers. They're just in different orders. See? The 2, the 8, and the 9.
You would think, though, Sky,
So this is how you
that
remember it.
if it's 93.1, why is there not a 3 and a 1?
Well, it wasn't available when they got it years and years and years ago. And this is the 1-800 number. The local number down in the river region's easier, right?
Right, 272-9228.
Yeah.
The last 4 digits are the same in both.
Yeah,
So
because
you
we're
start there, memorize that.
92.28. No, we're
There you
not.
go.
We're 93.1.
Right.
I was going with the 289, and then the 9 decides it wants to be in the front, and the 8 was mad about it, so they added another 2. That'll
I'm
be
starting
my.
to believe you really do have a condition at this point.
That's my mnemonic device to try to remember that, and I'm probably going to remember the number from that for that reason.
Yeah.
Let's look at happy stuff. You know what? It should be a good day. So
Yeah, because it's not going to be happy when I'm on that 1 o'clock show today.
you're going to be miserable. Are you on the Georgia show again?
Yeah, I'm on the War Room, Georgia.
Wall Room, Georgia.
War Room, Georgia, with 3 of the Georgia politicians talking about the data centers and the globalists.
I'm about against data
and
centers.
Palantir and Google and, the whole Zionist takeover, which is,
I don't know if you
we
can
don't
say
we
that.
don't want to. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
people
we can.
people lose their minds.
Well, I can say it.
Yeah.
I don't
She
care.
just did.
Yeah.
I just did. But that's exactly what it is. If you go back and you research who owns
Well,
all this, and it's not going to be fun. It's going to be a tough
The people
program.
who own all this,
Yeah.
the family,
Yeah.
going way back.
Yeah.
But when you mention them, people start freaking out or they plug their ears. But does it rhyme? I won't say who or what the name of the family, but does it rhyme with Rothschild?
Yeah, it rhymes with
Okay.
Rothschild.
I thought it did.
Well, Jared,
See, that makes people squinch up.
Jared Kushner was on his yacht, not his yacht,
Yeah.
his the name that rhymes with Rothschild.
Right, right.
Yacht, when supposedly he finds this island out in Albania,
Yeah.
and
That just happens to be
that
like the
just-
big island right there on a major trade route.
Yeah, they
And-
will
and they're-
control the
And they're
shipping.
like, this will be great. It'll be a great
It'll be-
vacation
it's
spot. It's so
beautiful,
awesome.
right there in the Mediterranean.
Yes, and they're going to build an airport right there on the beautiful coastline.
Actually, the Russians have built during World War II. They controlled it, and there are military
stuff already
stuff
there.
already there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they will control the shipping lanes.
How does Jared Kushner keep ending up I mean, he's one of the driving forces of the whole. We've flattened Gaza. Now we're going to build a super modern, super duper city. I mean, he's all in that,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, he is.
Is he a vampire? No. I didn't ask that in real life.
You
I didn't.
know,
I was just kidding.
I
Just
was-
kidding.
I was watching a video the other day,
playing. Uh-huh.
getting prepared for this afternoon, and his mouth doesn't turn up. It always turns down.
Like, what do you mean? Like frowning?
Yeah, when he's talking,
Mm-hmm.
he never.
He doesn't smile. It doesn't go up.
It never goes up. It always goes down.
Maybe he had too much Botox. You know how
Well,
you
that's
get.
a possibility. I did not
See?
think
Yeah,
of that.
you could have that injection
Because
stuff.
there's no way Ivanka can stay that beautiful without something helping her.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Well, no, that's a different story.
Whatever. Yeah. And I'm sorry.
She's losing concentration.
This is so hard to say. One of the people that I was watching it with said, he looks like a lizard guy. I'm like,
He is everywhere.
it's scary what they're doing in Gaza. And people really need to go look at 8 totally digital cities, smart cities.
I don't understand why. So
It's called the Great Plan.
the Great Plan
Yeah, the GREAT stands for stuff.
for great. Oh, each letter.
Yeah,
So these 8 cities are triangles,
yeah,
and so they're all stacked up against each other, Sky. So it looks like a backgammon board.
yeah.
Does that make sense? A
Totally.
little triangle pointing this way, and a little triangle pointing that way, and then there are going to be 8 cities or
8.
districts.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll call them districts, but why do they not just make it one big city? Why are they pretending it's 8?
Because of the 15-minute smart cities that they're going to become.
So you got to stay in your triangle?
Yep.
You can't cross it. Like if you're down at the points,
Well, if you have
can't
the-
go from this point to that point.
If you have the social credit score, you can go wherever you want to go.
Or you have to roll doubles.
Yeah. Or you have,
roll doubles, you can go.
I mean, it is extremely modern, fully digital ID, CBDCs.
Don't take any of your own. You probably don't have to have any money. You probably just scans it
Yeah.
and takes it out of your account. And
Yep, it sits right.
You get the
on-
mark on the. Would you have a choice whether you want it on your hand or your head? Is that?
I don't think it matters where they put it. It's going to be there. So if y'all don't believe me, just go online and look at it. It's called The Great Plan, all capital letters. Jared Kushner's Gaza plan, whatever. It will scare you to death. The people who live there now will be given an option to turn over their land for an apartment, or they'll leave and be paid X amount of dollars somewhere else to not be there anymore.
So they're going to eminent domain all those people.
Yep.
So they can build the city of the Great Trust or whatever it's going to be called.
The Great Trust.
Wow. Yeah, unveiled by Jared Kushner at the World Economic Forum, the plan envisions a Riviera of the Middle East. I mean, what could be better? They're replacing war-torn areas, Sky. I mean,
Sounds legit.
yes, our buddies did the warring and did the tearing, but we're going to replace war-torn areas because that's what we do.
And Trump will have a building with his name on it.
That comes with the package, no doubt about it. We got to take a break. We'll be back. Welcome back in, everybody. No worries. It's all good. Let's go out to the
all
phone calls.
good.
Charles the first of doing. He has something that might help. And
It's kind of
Charles
hard.
the first.
It's kind of hard to turn the radio on when you're eating.
Don't be outing everybody. We have cameras here. Let's move this over to Ann while I finish chewing.
Okay.
Welcome in, Charles.
Hey,
Hey,
Scott. Hey, Ann.
hey.
Well, you're going at 1 o'clock to the thing, and I don't know if you remember about a month ago, I told you to look up this name, okay? And you may have not have done it, but this will give you an upper hand at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So you might look this up on your way. You're going to look up Ray Kurzweil. Kurzweil. Now this is the main AI Muskin people that are doing all the data centers and everything. Okay, this is the man that they believe in. What he's saying is going to be the future. Now, what he's done, you remember that I've told you before, if you've ever looked him up, that I personally knew and studied as a person in high school at the study of Professor Frank J. Tipler. Do you remember me telling you that?
Yes.
Andalusia.
Yep.
And he's the first person that said we would have AI and mathematically put it all out. And everything that he's ever said, no one can disprove him, because to disprove him means that you have to deny the standard model of physics. You can look all this up. Now, what Kurzweil has done is I can tell by reading what he's saying, he's copied Professor Tipler.
Oh.
And only Professor Tipler puts the Bible and God in what he's talking about. He's a Southern Baptist. And this person has taken God from it. Not only that, everything that you're talking about almost, with dominoes and everything, you can take to this man when you research him, okay?
Okay.
And so that's going to be very, very beneficial to you. What he is saying is around, I want to say 2045, we won't be us anymore. We will be converged with the AI.
Yeah, kind of like the
Like
board.
it will be
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like the board thing. And he kind of used Tipler because I went back and saw he's just saying that he's come up with what Professor Tipler said, except Professor Tipler brings it to matching the major world religions as what will happen in the Bible, biblically.
Yeah.
And it really makes the atheists mad whenever I get on the Quora, because they want to try to use science to say that a religion isn't true, or that, Jesus didn't exist and things like that. And I'm able to, I can actually use what Professor Tipler says about the standard model of physics to prove it. But when you look him up, you should get my number from Scott, because if you ever need to know anything, dear, you can always message me.
Okay. Well,
But,
that's good, because and I read it was 47. So if you're saying 45, they're already moving the timeline backwards because it's moving faster, because we've already passed singularity.
Well, and I just today sent to another. I'm trying to get the correct address for sending the patents off, which could stop the madness of the AI data centers needing the energy and the water. And you realize I'm not kidding about this.
I do know.
It's just getting it to the absolute correct person, because if they ever do my math's going to blow their minds. Really, absolutely. I'm just not kidding you.
Okay.
I believe you.
So,
Charles the first,
anyway,
we appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks a whole lot.
Hey,
Take
thank
care.
you.
Okay.
Good
bye.
luck.
Very good. Hey, let me ask you this: when it comes to these data centers, because we have people call, and I agree. I thought the same thing, and there's some people who listen to the program who said that at least some of the ones that they're building in the state of Alabama have self-contained water supplies, chillers, the whole 9 yards. This whole thing of all the water some of these locations are going through, is that true?
Yes.
Or is it one of these things that they
No.
kind of float out and then they go, no, we've got that fixed, and everybody goes, oh, well, great, I'm fine with the data center now. It's not wasting the water. Because the guy who called, and I agree with him wholeheartedly, it makes no sense to use a system that just brings in water, uses it, pollutes it in some way, which I don't understand that as well. Why is it polluting it?
While you're running it through machines,
the oils,
yeah, yeah.
just
It's-
something like that. But
yeah.
you would think that I
No.
don't. To me, it almost seems like if it is polluting water and using tremendous amounts of water, that it had to be planned to. That'll make me sound crazy,
Now,
but
listen, remember when I said like months ago, start watching the water wars? You
Right.
remember when I said that?
you did. I remember that.
Because that's going to be a problem. The waters will be the globalists will try to put the water under control because they have to have it.
But do you see what I'm asking? Why would anyone in 2026 design a plan that has to be cooled? But I think the reason is because the amount of power it would take, or it does take, to run the chillers to actually keep that thing cooled down would make it even more expensive than what it's already going to burn in power. So they said, well, can't we just bring the water up or suck the water out, flush it through everything, let it run out the other side, and just keep bringing the fresh water in because we don't have to chill it. We don't have to burn electricity.
That was
to double down.
That was the original thing, and what happened in Northwest Georgia, which is where War Room Georgia is that the people started pushing back. So and they're very vocal, and Georgia has a lot more than we have.
Well, because it was very easy. We have in Alabama, we have our inability to make certain decisions because we're afraid somebody's going to call us a redneck, a racist, or a rube. Okay,
that's exactly right. Yeah.
How we get cowed down because we're afraid of those things. Georgia, at the same time, since they have Atlanta and they kind of see themselves as a little more cosmopolitan,
they're purple.
They can't help themselves when somebody we'll prostitute ourselves for a nickel with no problem. That's why our education system's screwed up. We'll do anything the federal government asks us to do. We just say yes, sir. Can I have another? Yes, massa is what we say in Alabama. I'm sorry, young be offended.
That's just the way it is.
Georgia, if somebody says, "Hey guys, y'all can be really cool and y'all can be really ahead. Y'all will be really cosmopolitan. Y'all will be smarter than everybody else. Do y'all want these things?" And they're like, "Yes, send as many of them as you can. Absolutely. We are cutting edge." They can't help themselves.
That's right.
So they get sucked in a different way than we do.
Right.
But they're still suckers.
Yes. And the people are fighting the battle outside of Atlanta. Atlanta is 5-6 counties now? But if you go outside North Atlanta and South Atlanta, that's where the regular people live.
Right.
And they're the ones fighting back. And they are really beating up on the politicians for what they've done.
I hope so.
Let
me ask another question.
To the farmland and to the water, their infrastructure, their electrical infrastructure, cannot hold it, and neither can Alabama's.
Right.
So yesterday in Birmingham, I live within the 10-mile radius of that new Oxmoor data center that they want to build. Within 10 miles, you will be affected by the heat and the electronic pulses put off by that data center. And I'm up on the bluff. I don't know if it's going to get that high, but it is within the 10-mile radius. There were hundreds of people there yesterday in the city council meeting trying to get rules and regulations put in place to not destroy the people and the businesses. And they gave a 500 feet regulation from occupied.
So you can't be within 500 feet of the thing.
Yeah.
That's it? 500 feet?
500 feet. Instead of the 10-mile radius, which they know absolutely scientifically that it affects.
We got to take a break. We'll be right back. We're back, everybody. So we're not back. We are back. We're not back. We are back. You can't hear me?
Wait.
We're talking.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
We're good.
Was that me?
There it was. No, that was on this end.
Oh, phew. Good.
I had you clean feet
You were
off.
panicking,
Hello?
panicking me.
Yeah.
Good. No, I'm glad you
Now
did
you
that.
know how it feels. Okay. Sorry about that.
So here's my question on the data centers. Well, two questions. One is
Okay.
this whole AI, everything's got to be AI. We're going to have data centers. We're going to have all these servers and all this kind of stuff. What exactly is it doing for me? I mean, I'm just normal Joe Blow out here.
Are you a corporation?
No, not really.
Then it's not doing anything for you except a surveillance state of who you are, what you do, what you think, because eventually they will be predictive, and it may not even be potentially. They may, as of now, since we hit singularity, according to Elon Musk, be able to predict what you're going to do and say next.
Right.
So no, but corporations, hospitals, schools, university, federal government, all officials, because of the surveillance state is almost totally complete. The trap is almost totally shut.
Mm-hmm.
It won't do you other than giving you great information when you look it up.
Right.
But they're going to give you the information they want you to have according to your predictive behavior, which they do now. It's an algorithm. So, but if you're a corporation, you're going to be making a lot of money
by getting rid of all your employees.
By getting rid of employees, by just simply having the speed of production.
Right. Robots to do everything.
Robots, everything.
I mean, I get the ideas behind, oh, wow, wouldn't it be? We basically would have, I mean, let's be honest. Robots, the dream of robots is that they're slaves.
Yes, they're
okay?
not.
Let's be honest. That's what the dream is that this robot's going to clean your house, cut your grass, going to do your work for you, going to build everything.
I don't know
what you're going. I don't get one.
No, you don't get a robot.
I am a distinguished member of the elite, Ann.
Do you have about?
You get one of them Costco robots.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the Dollar General robot.
Do you have one of those carpet things that runs around your house?
I do not.
Okay,
no.
so
I'm not even. Yeah,
that's basically a robot.
It is.
That's a carpet.
I have
robot.
a neighbor though that has the robot lawnmower, and it does a great job.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh no, it's so slow. It's like cutting it with little bitty, but it just runs and it goes back to its little spot and charges up, and then you walk by their house a couple of days, it's out. It's just working all the time.
There's something wrong with that.
And their yard looks good, and it's short because it just, and apparently it has vision. So it's
and that
looking,
doesn't scare you?
It's looking to see.
And that doesn't scare you?
Oh, at night it probably flies around the neighborhood and looks in everybody's windows.
Exactly.
But
they don't have to fly anywhere.
They just
if there's a flock camera. Anywhere within 100 feet, 500 feet,
right,
half a mile, because they all connect to one another. They're watching you all the time. Flock cameras, which Alabama legislature had no idea what they were doing.
Right.
Or maybe they did.
Some of them did. Most of them did not.
When they implemented them in the Department of Transportation.
Yeah. So my other question on the AI data centers, why do we have to have some in Alabama? Why do they have to be a few in Georgia? Why don't they just go to the middle of the desert somewhere where there's nothing? The same people that are for these were all for all the green energy stuff, which we don't even talk about anymore.
Oh no,
yeah, that went away.
And
well,
why don't they
build
build their windmills and put out their solar panels and build the biggest freaking data centers they ever wanted and power themselves like they wanted us to, and then have Tesla can build all their little battery banks and they can just be self-sustaining, awesome data centers out there, thousands and thousands of acres. Why can't they do that instead of spreading them all over the place and putting them basically right beside cosmopolitan areas or urban areas?
Transmission and speed.
Mm.
But Texas has one that's as big as the city out in the desert.
Texas already does, but is it run off green energy?
I don't know what it. I don't know. I don't know
I
how
bet
they
it's
run
not.
that.
I
There's
think it's
another,
okay for your refrigerator to be burned up because of a brownout, but it won't be okay for them to have technical
Well,
difficulties.
California's already having brownouts.
Are they prioritized, the data centers? Do they
Yes.
get the power first no
Yeah.
matter what?
Yeah.
There's
Has-
another aspect to this that's rather curious. As the technology is improving exponentially, like computers did.
Yes.
That I've read that these data centers will be obsolete in 5 years anyway.
They'll have to
So-
have another one.
Right. Well, they'll have better technology.
They'll have
and
to
you could-
replace the technology
Exactly.
inside the data centers.
Yeah, but they will be smaller and less intrusive. As
Yeah, no,
well. So
I'm
what's the
gonna,
rush?
I'm going to disagree with them on that, though, Sky, because here's what they're doing. The data centers are to process all this data they're gathering.
Right.
Every phone call, everything you look at on your phone, every text message, everywhere you are, everything we say, even on this show, they're gathering
Oh, trust
every
me, you and I have a file.
yeah, gathering every stream, the one we're putting out on YouTube, the one you and I have looking at each other, our window to the studio, or Zoom, all of that. And they're never, ever, ever going to try to record less. So the data center is probably not going to be smaller. It will probably just be able to absorb 100 times more information
So
at
it's
every
all
moment.
storage.
Oh yeah, they'll just as their storage capability goes up, they'll just add more.
They'll need more.
They'll need more.
So
We got to take a break. We'll be back. We are back, everybody. Welcome to the second half of the program. Let's get out and take a phone call. Might be a little on from yesterday, not necessarily where we are at this moment, but let's go to Red Top. Red Top, welcome to the program.
Hey, guys. Both of y'all missed a good debate, and you were not there, were you?
No, I wasn't. I'm sorry.
Were you at the one in
you
Shelby
got-
County? You haven't done any of
No,
those?
I haven't. I have not done any debates or candidate forums simply because I don't want to waste my time.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That was a nasty remark, Ann. Oh, God.
Well, she already knows all the people,
I
all
already
the
know all of
characters,
them.
Red Top, so it's a little different than...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. So she doesn't need any information. She knows everything.
Well, she does know these people personally.
I
so.
know them personally, so while they're standing on the stage saying things that I'm going, yeah, right, I'm not going to waste my time driving to Montgomery.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Well,
so tell us what you got,
For
Red
your
Top.
information, it was good.
Okay.
It was good. And it wasn't laborious, didn't take too long. And I enjoyed it very much, and especially Heather Moore. Which
I
was-
love Heather. Now, she's the brains of the family.
Well, we talked for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the same thing that I told everybody yesterday, and we'll get on the other subject.
Okay.
Almost everybody in the family is left-handed. All his siblings are left-handed, his mom's left-handed.
Oh.
So you're going to be for them because they're left-handed? Seems kind
You're
of...
damn right. And that's
Seems
why I was
seems
so
kind
popular.
of seems kind of handist to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But I was the most popular person at the at the Barrymore table, and when I went into the auditorium and came back Heather Moore walked straight up to me. So hey, I know how to
But
get
I
into
have to tell you, I love Barry Moore. He's got a 100% heritage voting record, and that carries heavy weight with me.
Yes, and I've got his sticker on the back of my truck right now, right next to Trump. Very quickly,
Okay.
there was a booth next to his booth that was a professor from Auburn promoting the ASAP Act. Now, and everybody you can pull it up. It is a new Alzheimer's test. There's 3 of them that are blood tests that are now available. They're trying to get Medicare will not cover it. They're trying to get Medicare to cover the ASAP Act. So y'all just keep. Her name is Dr. Stephanie Buffalo. Beautiful young lady, and I was very impressed.
So, Red Top, did she say anything about what this test measures?
I know that there are 3 blood tests
Okay.
that are now available. She did not go in. No, that's not a cognitive test and all that kind of stuff. This
Right.
is more of a genetic test, Ann.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. What is it measuring? You have to have cholesterol and fat in the brain to keep it from deteriorating. So my question is, all these people taking statins for high cholesterol, are they more prone to Alzheimer's? And is what they're measuring is the amount of lipids in the blood. So that was the kind of
absolutely.
question I was asking.
I would say call Dr. Buffalo and ask her. She seemed very well versed on it, and this seemed to be a very good cause because Alzheimer's is starting to really tick up, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Um,
Or it could have been
quickly-
caused from the COVID shot too. I mean,
Yeah, all kinds of things, but that's
Yeah.
why this is even more important. Medicare, they could treat these people before they get to the advanced stage where they have to have care 24 hours a day.
Okay.
Yep, that's the plan.
So,
How much you think that
it's-
Joker cost? Because I own
that's
stock
why
in the
they
company.
wanted to
I'm
be-
all for the government letting everybody get a government-paid test.
Well, I know, but a lot of the people that are old or might have these symptoms coming up might not be able to afford it.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
I feel it's a good cause. I talked to her for a while. It's not drug company trying to do anything or anything like that. She's just an Auburn University professor who has Alzheimer's in her family, and she's very concerned about it. So she's done a lot of research. I was impressed.
Very
So I'll
good.
check out the ASAP Act.
I'm
Now,
reading about it right now.
Oh, good. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
And she is beautiful. Golly, she's a
Yeah,
brown-haired
okay, I
woman.
figured there was a reason. There you go, Red Top.
Had nothing to
And
do.
Just admit
she's
it.
a beautiful little lady with freckles. Oh, I was in love with her.
Oh,
the minute I met
now
her,
we
you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
But, I'm just a redheaded musician, Catholic redheaded musician. We love all women too much.
You keep talking on the internet, somebody's going to get you to run for the legislature because you'd be easily worked.
Ain't no doubt about it, man.
Yes,
I'm
I'll
a
vote for that.
musician. We don't need no musicians or entertainers running because our history is just downright. Ain't no Southern Baptist gonna look at my history and say, we're gonna let that Catholic. He can just sin all he wants.
Oh, man. Can you imagine?
Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
I can't. Boy, they would tear me up, folks.
All right.
I do a good job, though. You got to admit, because hey, I'll call the Pope and try to sell him a pair of shoes. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Roll Tide, go Trump.
Thank you, Red
Rock
Top.
on. Wow.
Let's go out to Rocon Tour. Rocon Tour, welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
20 points for you. First, you asked the question, Scott, why do they have to have all the little data centers everywhere?
Yeah.
And of course, answered with the standard question for transmission and speed, latency issues. And that's probably a visible answer, but let's get real. We're always never told the whole truth. Elon Musk proposed putting them in space and allowing space to cool them, and there would be no limit for space to put one somewhere. But that brings up the real thing. Here's two suggestions I would make as to why they're putting little data centers everywhere. One is for legal severability. So say you're collecting data in Georgia, and Georgia goes, hey, that's against state law. Okay, we'll just shift all that data.
Yeah, or just say, we're not really taking that data in Georgia. Like, how do you know? Like, there's not a meter on the thing. I mean, I'm sure somebody knows how much it's going through, but it's not like you can go read the valve.
Yeah, and two, if you do get fined, then you're just getting fined on the one in Georgia, and not the entire data system per se worldwide. So it's for legal coverage and for liability severability is what I would guess.
Yeah.
I would also say that if some group of people loses their minds in a certain area, they can't just take out the network with one attack, let's say.
Correct, which is the theory behind the cloud. And on the cloud is a bunch of different computers placed everywhere. And if one goes down, you just shift it to the other 20 and let them keep running.
Yeah, exactly.
So quick World Cup update. We had Argentina-Iceland last night. Argentina, of course, rolled 3-0. Messi showed in the second half while he's arguably the best player in the world when he comes in 90 seconds. Makes the best no-look pass I've seen in a while to lead to a goal that he scores on the penalty kick. So,
Wow.
anyway,
Did you go to the game? You didn't go to the game, though, did
I
you?
did not go.
Okay.
No, gas prices make me have to work, so I have to stay behind.
I got you.
Make it. But yeah, kicks off Thursday with Mexico and South Africa. That's probably an international attempt to show the two nations most affected by apartheid, since we won't let illegal aliens in the United States.
The Apartheid Bowl.
Yeah, the apartheid bowl. They're in the Estadio Azteca, or as they call it now, Mexico City Stadium. We rebranded it. But since it's Conspiracy Theory Day, I've got one for you. How about there's a super weapon?
Hey, Rocon Tour, you're cutting out really bad. It's like really choppy. We can barely understand what you're saying, my friend.
Gotcha.
I have to work on that.
Better?
Yeah, that sounds a little better. Yes, sir.
Go,
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay. Super weapon conspiracy theory.
Okay.
So we've got this stuff going on in Iran, which had died down until yesterday, strangely.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the United States and China, which are kind of the two big boys affected by this whole thing, with possibly Trump doing this to cut off the energy supplies to China and kind of back them into a corner and back them off. Well, in the last couple of weeks, you've got Japan and the Philippines who are talking about sharing intelligence security between the two and coming up with a joint effort there, which China is extremely opposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So, 4 days ago, we had a major earthquake just south of the Philippines.
Yeah. Just seems like a coincidence, doesn't it?
Just seems like a coincidence. And then 2 days ago, we had one off the coast of Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of a tectonic plate, an interplate earthquake, which is extremely rare.
Yeah. Great point, man. We got to take a break. We'll be back.
Said it rocked and rolled.
Welcome back into the program, everybody. Alabama Unfiltered Radio. Thank you for listening. Hey, don't forget Brian Dawson's podcast, known as 1819 News, the podcast. You can find it at YouTube. So after you're through listening to a replay of this program or watching this program live over on YouTube, then you can search for 1819 News, the podcast, and find what Brian Dawson is up to. So go check that out. And we appreciate you listening to the show. That song, now I know the YouTube people can't hear it, but that grew up right. She had a good-looking mama who never was around.
Yeah,
those are weird songs, my friend.
Tom Petty was a complicated,
strange
kind of dude.
Strange dude.
Complicated?
Yeah, complicated. That's what we call people who are nuts.
He's a rock and roll genius.
But I think it rhymed though, didn't he? Didn't it?
Yes,
his
of
stuff
course.
rhymes?
Yeah,
it's better than some of the Christian music that's out today.
Amen. Sometime you get a chance for Tom Petty,
Okay.
listen to Into the Great Wide Open. You'll get a kick out of it.
Really?
Yes, you'll get that.
I need to check that out.
It's a lot of dark humor in it that you will appreciate with your opinion about rock and roll.
Oh, really?
Trust
I
me
mean,
on
I
that.
like to listen to rock and roll.
I understand. I
like
get it.
the
I've
music.
been studying this for 3 years now, and I think
I
I've got
like
a pretty
the
good
music.
handle of what's going on.
I just
here.
can't get them to stop singing. I just want them to play the music
Well, you'll love the Allman Brothers. They got songs that go on for 30 minutes
with no singing.
No, don't need it. You don't need to sing
You don't
when
need
you
to sing
can
when you got that kind of
make
music, huh?
guitars sing like that.
That's
man.
awesome.
You don't need vocals.
Let's go out to JJ. See what JJ has for us. JJ, welcome to the program. Thank you for listening.
Hey,
JJ.
It was actually KK.
Hey,
It was
KK.
actually KK. JJ. Okay, I wanted to follow up with what Red Top was talking about. The test for dementia or Alzheimer's, it measures amyloid plaque in the brain.
There you go.
Okay.
It also measures if you had the dementia gene, and you can have up to two. You can get one from your mother, one from your father, and it's $1,700. 2 years ago, it was $1,700, and insurance did not pay for it.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. $1,700?
Well, anytime you're looking for a gene, unless you're on the Southern Research Free program to have your DNA mapped, that is going to cost you big bucks.
Now, KK, and I may ask you a question.
Until they did that, go ahead.
I was going to change the subject just a little bit. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, until you do that test, they can't proceed with any treatment.
I got you.
So you have to pay for that test.
Wow.
To even get any more treatment for them to determine, what kind of treatment for your Alzheimer's or your dementia.
Okay.
And then that is expensive too, because up until last fall, Blue Cross Blue Shield didn't pay for it, and the medication that I'm on, the Leqembi, is $27,000 a year.
Oh my gosh!
Man.
Now, because I was in good health and I didn't have any other issues, I didn't have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or whatever, they approved me for a free drug, and then I filed my insurance for the infusions. But it's an 18-month infusion treatment.
Wow. Now, KK, did you have some hints of Alzheimer's, or did they just discover that you would be a prime person to get it?
No. I knew something was going on because when I would get in the car, to drive like to a doctor's office that you've been 100 times
Yes.
or 1,000 times, I'd have to think about where I had to turn. I'd have to think about where that
I was hoping that came with me getting older,
Exactly.
KK. Now you got me nervous.
KK,
Well,
I do that.
And that's what they told you. That's what, because my doctor is the same age as me. And he said, well, I have that problem all the time where you walk in a room and you think, what did I walk in the room for? You couldn't even remember. You walk back out and 15 minutes later you said, oh, that's what I went after. But, so he put me off for a long time. But I said, no, I want to go. So they sent me to a neurologist, and he just did a MRI without contrast or anything. He said, oh, you have some gray, whatever, something there. Could be standard for somebody your age. Sent me to UAB. They did nothing really.
That's their new motto.
So then I talked to my doctor again. I said, send me to another neurologist.
Okay.
This one didn't work out, so I went to another one in Montgomery. and they did the MRI with contrast. And so
Okay.
they said I had ischemia, which is a lot of blood vessels that are
Right.
kind of bunched up together.
Yeah.
And so then I had to go back to UAB, and then that's when they started the genetic testing.
Mm.
Okay.
But what they explained to me is all of those little blood vessels that had kind of bunched up,
Yeah.
that everybody has amyloid plaque in the brain, but it kind of washes through your brain because there's nothing. But this was like the blood vessels were kind of all together, so it's like a little nest.
Yes.
And so the amyloid plaque couldn't slip through it and wash through your system.
I got
Now,
you.
after my 18-month treatment, they said that I was amyloid plaque free, that all my blood vessels had spread back out,
Okay.
and then I'm still diagnosed with dementia, but no signs. So after the 18 months, you usually go on a once-a-week shot, Leqembi shot.
Okay.
They told me I didn't have to. And I said, well, what about if a year from now I have some memory problems? What happens? Will you still do a MRI, PET scan, and all that on me?
Mm-hmm.
Or what's the treatment? I said, all this is new.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they said, so they had to get back with me on that, and they said, we recommend that you do the once-a-week shot, because if you have more problems, we don't want to start all over with the 18 months of infusion.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad, KK, that they've been able to help you with that. I had just been reading recently where a number of scientists were saying that the 40 years that we focused on the amyloid, the plaques, there's a lot of scientists now saying, well, hey, it may not be exactly that. There are some other brain circulation, circulatory problems, which sounds a little bit like part of what they were able to help you with. And I just, it is also new, and I would put my money on them figuring out that they've been wrong for a very long time, and it'll turn out to be something else. But I'm glad that you're doing better.
And let me tell you this, too. I started having my memory problems 2 months after my booster shot.
Oh,
KK, you're one of the first. You're one of the people who actually say something like that out loud.
Hey, but the medical field won't listen to you. They said said they wouldn't have had time.
No, they know
to do
exactly. They know.
Wow, KK.
That they know, KK.
So have you been doing some other things too to like help detox from that could possibly be helping at the same time you do the other stuff?
I've done some detoxing, but I really feel like I need to go to a doctor that can direct me on more detox stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
stay on the line,
Yeah,
JJ. And
Scott can help
Mike
you with that.
Yes.
that's what we do here. We just don't say it out loud on the air. That's what
We're
we
all
do.
about solutions.
We'll point you in the right direction. KK, great call. I appreciate you calling. That's awesome. This is good stuff to know.
All right. Thank you.
All right, we got to take a
Bye-bye.
break. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. So, golly bum, so much stuff to do. I will read this last thing for KK. I was doing a little
JJ.
research. I tried to find, huh?
JJ.
I thought you said it was KK.
It was.
No, she mentioned KK for Ann Eubank. Okay. So
Oh, did she?
I think.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. That's what I wrote on the board.
I know it said
Not to
JJ.
get-
And I said,
That-
welcome
that-
into the show,
that
JJ.
was-
And she said, no, it's really KK.
That was KK. That wasn't JJ.
Okay. Well, she responded to it, so we'll straighten all that out.
She'll call back.
in
Call back and
another-
tell us.
Yeah, let's straighten that out. Okay.
You can't hear. You listen to like really loud music
What?
and went
Wait
to
a minute.
concerts and stood in front of what do you call the big old cabinets of speakers?
Those Marshall stacks, man. Yeah.
Marshall Stacks.
Yes.
The
With
last,
the tube amplifiers. Yeah.
the last thing was here it was direct. No, that's test. Oh
Is
heck,
JJ Ann's cousin? Because she likes to put 2 Ks on the end of her name, too.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right.
Here we go. Some
hey, listen,
some
she
researchers.
could be my cousin. I have about 5,000.
Yeah.
of 'em.
Okay.
This is the alternate origin story of Alzheimer's. Some researchers now argue that amyloid plaques may actually be a symptom or a protective response to a deeper issue, kind of like what they're figuring out with cholesterol in the blood, that you're getting this coating because your vessels are inflamed, and it's protective. It's trying to protect you, not causing the problem. It says a protective response to a deeper issue rather than the initial cause. Other emerging theories suggest Alzheimer's could stem from issues deep inside the brain cells, such as a lysosome malfunction, vascular blood-brain barrier decay, and you hear all the things all the time about the things that we have in our food and chemicals that are crossing the blood-brain barrier. Well, you can't. Your body, eventually, it's there's so many different aspects of the human body and so many different genes and so many different functions, and since we poison ourselves constantly all day, every day, eventually something's going to break. That's my theory. Here's the last part. Listen to this. Or an autoimmune response.
Well,
Which-
now, what
Which
should that
kind of
be?
goes with what she said.
after the booster.
And
I think our government has a whole lot to answer for that we'll never see until judgment.
yeah, God will
Amen.
call them on it, but
Amen.
there's nobody in our government going to call anybody on anything.
No.
Speaking of that, so everyone's going to be off scot-free for everything they did during COVID. Everything's going to be off scot-free for everything they did stealing the elections of 2020, right? Everyone is scot-free for anything and everything to do with the Epstein files.
Right.
Yes.
So
Don't forget the fraud in Somalia and all the.
yeah,
the
we're going to
graft and
get a
theft.
couple of sacrificial lambs for them, because we're not going to get the elite of the elite. We're going to get the lowly little guy that started the Leering Center. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get him, but he gave a bunch of his money to whoever figured out how to do this. And I bet you if you dug enough, you'd find out there's some kingpins.
Yeah, we'll
And,
never
and
get.
they
to
had
that.
a
You're
little
right.
Leering Center here and a little Leering Center there and a little Leering Center over here. And we won't
They're
make
a
it to
fraud. They're a
them.
fraud everywhere.
Everywhere, fraud.
There'll be 10 shell companies in between the little
Yeah,
guy.
you'll never track it.
And you'll never be able to find it.
That's what my guess is.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't turn in your revenue from your yard sale, that
Yeah, you
is
go to
criminal,
jail.
and we shall stop you and stomp you out, and you are not a good American.
Yeah.
But millions and billions of dollars of fraud, billion here, billion there. It's not like it's real money, right?
Yeah. Sprint more.
So what we've been saying for a while, and this gets us off the topics that are happening today, but 2 weeks ago, Ann, we mentioned, and I hate to bring this up again, but we're still involved with this country. The Pentagon, this will be my segue to it.
Oh, no.
NBC News story, not talked about a lot. I understand it, but I'm looking at the NBC News story as we speak. Let me see what the date of it is. Hold on. And who wrote it? Gordon Lubold, Courtney Kube, Kube, and Dan DeLuce from June the 5th, 2026. You want to hear the headline?
Yeah. Bring it.
Brace yourself,
I got it.
because there are people who are going to be mad, but this is NBC News. This is not me. The Pentagon. This is the headline. Pentagon raised threat of Israeli spying on U.S. to the highest level. Counterintelligence threat level was raised by the Defense Intelligence Agency in recent weeks after growing concerns that Israeli espionage has become more aggressive than usual. Did you hear that part of the sentence?
I got it.
Israeli espionage, which means spying on us, has become more aggressive than usual.
Right.
Than usual,
Well, you remember
even though
a
I
couple
have
of years ago, they found an Israeli, what do they call those big microphones that you aim, it's got the big,
the
plastic-
big plastic
Parabolic
dome.
is,
yeah,
what we're-
parabolic
yeah.
microphone aimed at the White House, hanging in a tree, and it was Israeli.
Well,
Who's going to notice a thing like
Who's
that?
gonna
I mean, look, it's
notice.
just, that's why they're upset about cleaning up D.C. Just
Yeah.
look like
Something you
just
didn't-
like an umbrella
not supposed
lost
to
up in a
find.
tree. The Pentagon is increasingly concerned about Israel, our greatest ally, ramping up its spying on the U.S., recently raising the counterintelligence threat level from America's top ally in the Middle East to the highest level, according to 2 U.S. officials and 1 former U.S. official. Now, I merge that. That is going on at exactly the same time members of Congress are trying to merge the American military with the Israeli military
Intelligence.
and making it easier. Well, I get it. This is funny. All right, here's the 2 sides. Hey, wait, you gotta quit spying on us. That is ridiculous. Stop it. You stop it. Okay, fine. Then I'll just get my friends to pass a bill and you'll just hand it to me. I won't have to spy anymore. You'll just give it to me.
That's basically what happened.
That is terrible, Ann.
Well, if it was any other country than Israel, the entire nation would be in the streets. We are giving away our sovereignty to a foreign nation. Now, here's my question, and I'm going to say it right up front. I am not an anti-Semite. I have been to Israel. I know the environment in Israel.
No. Let me get this straight though, because I see this out there, and I think a lot of people are making this mistake. Having concerns about the political entity that is a country, a nation that is called Israel.
Right.
Okay.
Is not a part of America.
Is not a part, but that does not make someone anti-Jewish.
Right.
Just because someone has issues with a country, look, I have issues with France all the time. Does that make me an anti-Frenchite?
I don't think that's a word, but yeah, okay.
Do you see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Nobody's out there saying, Scott, you must not like French people.
Well,
I think the term is anti-amphibian.
so
Can't say that.
how we have arrived at this place.
Yes.
I continually ask the question because everybody says, oh, well, I used to be a member of CUFI. My husband and I were Christians United for Israel.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
She still gets the magazine.
I do.
Yeah, Martha's father was in
Yes.
there as well.
I have a shirt that I have a T-shirt. And I'm not anti-Jewish people. But here's the question: who are God's chosen people? Is it a corrupt government of Israel,
Right.
who's Zionist? And if y'all don't know what Zionist means, it doesn't mean Jewish person.
Right.
Zionism is the control and takeover for the Jewish state of everybody. If there are Jews in America, the Zionists want control
Right.
of the government, of the foreign policy, of internal policy, of anything.
Let's explore that on this other side. We got to take a break. Lots of stuff to do. I hope you'll stick with us. We'll be back. We are back. Let me throw a little bit of information out there because I thought I had remembered this, okay? This is from the Council on Foreign Relations, document. Council on Foreign Relations document. Now get this. The Congress of the United States, while the Pentagon is saying, hey, look, Israel is being more aggressive on their spying on us than they usually are, which means they usually are, right? And I know Americans are shocked by that. So they're being worse than usual. The Congress is trying to tie our military, especially the intelligence aspects of our government, with their government, officially passing legislation to do that. And Mike Rogers is the chairman. He's the congressman from here in the state of Alabama, who's the chairman of that committee that is coming out of. I don't know if I know they didn't take it off, so it must still be riding on that Defense Authorization Act.
Well, Netanyahu sent the committee a letter saying, I don't want your money anymore.
I just want your information.
I just let us combine our forces and our intelligence and our...
It costs a lot to spy, okay, Ann?
Yeah.
And if you'll just give it to us, we don't need your money.
And Mossad and
That's like my son saying, I don't need your money anymore. Just buy my meals and pay for everything I have.
Yeah.
Don't give it to me and let me spend it. You just spend it for me.
Just give me a no-limit credit card.
Yeah, listen to what the Council on Foreign Relations, yes, AI is doing it, okay? So this is our friends. Yes, because I asked, did Israel give China American information? China. Yes. There have been multiple documented instances and intelligence assessments indicating that Israel has transferred sensitive military and defense technology, some of which was developed or derived from the United States, to China. These incidents date back to the 80s and 90s when Israel quietly established military and technology ties with Beijing. Now, I can also read you the stories where different Israeli leaders said, yeah, we're going to have to, we kind of have to change our direction. We got to broaden our horizon. We got to look towards China. They freaking just tell us. They stole the nuclear secrets to have their nuclear program.
Right.
We know that for a fact. And then they're turning around. Well, of course, Scott, they're just looking out for themselves. And they turn around and give it to China. Whatever deal they can make. And then we have congressmen from Alabama that are like, hey, let's merge ourselves with them. This is insanity.
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh, great, Ann. Just great. It gets worse than that?
It gets worse than that. I'm talking about the surveillance state, the Starlink, Palantir, Elon Musk, all of that centralized information coming off of the Palantir satellites is held in Israel.
Well, they would never. Palantir would never share it with the Israeli government. That's just the best place to have a site. It's not like missiles and rockets and stuff don't fly all over the place there all the time. It's the safest, best place to keep that kind of information, Ann.
Yeah, right.
Because Palantir is a company from the United States.
From the CIA to Peter Thiel. And it gets worse. But I'm not sure you can take much more.
I don't know.
No, I don't. We can't. And the whole dual loyalties.
He's wiping his eyes like, oh.
The whole dual loyalties thing and what side are people on and
it's ridiculous. If you are really an American, you have to be America first. Now, Trump has been leaking all of his Netanyahu calls because he wants the American people to understand he ain't happy about what Netanyahu's doing.
Right.
Netanyahu's bombing Lebanon Christians, shooting up churches, blowing up crosses.
They have been blowing up. They've destroyed heritage sites.
Yes.
Religious, Christian, like the places where Peter was crucified or something. And like places that the Lebanese people have protected and kept for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
and the guys that are bragging on how they can put a missile in the side of an apartment building in Tehran somewhere in Qatar and take out one guy's apartment are accidentally wiping out all these Christian heritage sites.
Right.
I don't believe that.
Well, here's the deal. They want to move Israel's lines into southern Lebanon.
Mm-hmm. And who's going to make them stop? Apparently, we're not.
Nope.
So what is the deal with the president? The Congress, look, I think it's pretty much this whole deal about merging the militaries, at least intelligence-wise, has to prove to Americans our Congress is not owned by us. It's owned by them.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Well,
you can be the biggest supporter of Israel you want. Great. I'm not mad at you. Wonderful. But there's no way you can say that's a good idea because you don't know who's going to run that country next week, even if you think Netanyahu's the greatest person ever.
And he's under investigation and could very well go to jail when all this is over, which is one of the reasons we think
We got to take another break. Golly,
started
there's
the
not enough
war.
time. We'll be back. We are back, third half of the program. Goodness gracious, we got a lot of stuff to. What is that? What are we talking about? AI? What?
AI is bad.
Oh, I'm for that. Let's take a phone call before we dig back into Ann's trip to. Because look, I have never been to the country of Israel, and I hear a lot of stuff from people about this, that, and the other, and then you see a Tucker Carlson thing telling about and look, Ann is the person I know who has been there personally, not on one of the hosted trips where you get the full out, oh, this is the greatest place ever. She was there with Jonathan Cahn. Now, many of you are familiar with Jonathan Cahn because he wrote the book The Harbinger.
Return of the Gods.
Was there a Harbinger 2?
Yeah, there's 1 and 2, Return of the Gods.
And he is a Jewish guy who's a Christian, a Messianic
Yes, he's
Jew,
Messianic,
right?
yes.
So he's a Christian.
Yeah.
So let's just let that percolate out there. And if y'all want to call your friends or family, people you like, people you don't like, to listen to that, we'll get back to that after this call. Let's go to Clark. Clark, welcome to the program.
Hi, Scott. How much you bank?
Good morning.
Hey, Clark.
So, not our whole lives, but for a very long time, we have heard over and over, you are what you eat, correct?
Yes. And I am pretty
And
much a
that's largely
microplastic.
true. I mean, I'm not an egg, but, the better stuff you eat, the better health you're going to be in.
Yep.
Largely, what you think is influenced by the media you consume.
Yes. That's why people my parents' age thought margarine was fantastic because they were told it was better than butter. And that's why a whole generation of women gave their babies formula because they were convinced that the scientifically developed formula was way better than breast milk.
Yes. And let's just, for lack of a better classification, let's just talk about bandwagons like butter bad, margarine good, breast milk. Oh, that's a third world thing.
Yeah, it's natural and icky. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, let's see. The planet is going to turn into a big block of ice if we don't do something. We're going to have famine due to overpopulation. Fossil fuels, we're going to run out of them, and they're ruining the planet. We're going to get the greenhouse, global warming. And it's just one after another. Now, right now, Donald Trump has done a lot towards the United States doing better at getting rare earth minerals than China is.
Yes.
We're energy independent. China is very energy dependent, and we control the choke points where their energy can come from.
Okay.
And, oh my gosh, chip technology is coming where, Scott?
Back to America.
Back to America.
Mm-hmm.
The United States is poised to dominate AI. And this is a serious threat to China right now. Now, I find it very curious that about the time we're about to dominate AI is bad, data centers are bad. And I'm not saying China's behind it, but I do know that Hollywood will not make a movie or a TV show that is in any way offensive to China.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been talking about the Israeli intelligence. And, here's the thing. If we wanted to have some kind of contest about whose intelligence apparatuses I thought were worse, China, Israel, England, United States, oh, my gosh. How many sudden deaths can we have? How many overtimes can we go into?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not thrilled about any of them, but I do know that China is very influential in our country, and
they are.
I'm not stating that the AI data center's bad is straight up coming from there, but Scott, I gotta wonder.
Yeah, I mean, look, and that's the thing, is that it is very easy for me to say or to see in my mind, oh, wow, China would try to kid us not to do AI as much so that they can be the kings of AI and then they will rule the world. I get that. I can also see our people who want to do AI and have an AI data center everywhere going out and saying, oh, well, because they've done this to us a bunch of times historically. If we don't do it, they're going to do it. If we don't fight them over there, we're going to fight them over here. So let's go spend $1 billion, gajillion dollars doing that. So I can see both ways, Clark. And the problem is, I don't know yet in my mind which group is manipulating us the most. Ann's got her hand up. Ann, go ahead.
Clark, the word is propaganda.
Yes.
It is the big plan, the great plan of what y'all are all missing, has nothing to do
with China or
with
the U.S.?
China, U.S., Israel, AI, data centers. It is a globalist plan. They must divide us. They must. The United States is the linchpin to their plan. We have avoided the globalist takeover 3 times, COVID being the last time. And so if you understand that this is where it's coming from, the puppet masters, who's on the top of the pyramid of the puppet master? Who comes next? Rothschild. Who started Israel? Rothschild. Who is now going out and buying islands to control the shipping lanes? Rothschild and Jared Kushner. So you have to, you got to connect the dots and look at the bigger plan. So, all these little things
are you saying,
just pieces of the puzzle.
So you're saying where I do it, I'm not saying Clark does it, where we get into the, okay, all right, so let me see if I get this straight. Clark, you see if it's making any sense to you, or maybe you think something a little different. For a long time, we've told each other, hey, look, we've got to quit fighting amongst maybe races in America and realize it's them against us, and we got to quit fighting each other. And then we say, okay, well, look, maybe the states need to quit arguing so much, the regions, because our enemy's not this next state. They just may be more blinded than we are. We got to cut this out. You're saying that we got to quit thinking everything is, oh, China's going to get it because they're getting manipulated in some way. It's not China versus the U.S. or Israel or Iran or whoever. There's a globalist network.
Yes.
That's moving pieces, including whole entire nations, against each other, so that they will all be subjected to this global power.
Right. And
like a World Economic Forum or whoever's above that.
The United States is the linchpin, and that's why we are in total chaos.
Because we're the last group standing?
Yes.
Go ahead, Clark.
So let me propose this, Ms. Eubank.
Okay.
And I don't disagree with you at all, but you ever watch championship wrestling?
I have.
Okay. I see this as a battle royale right now. But instead of an 18-man battle royale, you've got a 4-group battle royale. Mine is the United States of America.
Okay.
Right.
Then you have the globalists. Then you have China. Then you have Islam. I ain't even going to put EU in the ring. I don't know. Maybe they're the manager tripping people with a cane from outside or something, or holding the robes. I don't know.
They've been crippled.
Now, yes. Here's the thing. The globalists will use the Chinese to their ends. The globalists will use Islam to their ends.
Correct.
The Chinese will use the globalists to their ends. The Chinese will use Islam to their ends. Islam's in bed with the Chinese. I don't know what Islam's getting from the globalists.
Yeah, I don't think the Chinese use the globalist unless the globalists want to be used by the Chinese.
Right. Right. Now, the question is,
who's using us?
Be the last one in the ring.
Yeah. But who are we being used by? The globalist?
Oh, yeah.
Our government's definitely being used by the globalist. The globalist problem with the United States is those scrungy, grungy, ratty people they have there.
And the Constitution of the United States of America, which grants personal freedom and private property. That is antithetical to their plan.
To the globalist demand.
Yeah. You know, if you want to make the argument that the globalists are responsible for limiting our energy production and pollution restrictions while not doing that to China, and
Right.
they did this because China was a greater, or they saw a potential market or something, I'll go along with that.
Yep.
But
Hey,
the
Clark,
net
I got to
effect
take a
was-
break, man. You're welcome to stick with us, or we'll be right back. Welcome back in, everybody. This is Alabama Unfiltered Radio. Goodness gracious. You know, it is hard to grasp, even for me. And Sky might want to weigh in on this one. It's hard to grasp how much of an effort there is to take over and rule the world. But if you look at history, there's always people who want to rule the world. And then if you look at even what we all argue about and fight about, Revelation and end times, there's an ushering in of a one world government under the Antichrist. So most of us in places like Alabama believe that there'll be a one world government under an Antichrist. Even if we, may be wrong on our dispensationalism or whatever, we believe that's coming. But at the same time we believe that's coming, we have a hard time when somebody like you, Ann, comes on a radio program or I say something along the lines. We have a hard time when somebody says, well, yeah, those guys right there want to rule the world. And we're like, they don't. They don't. But that is the common theme of human beings, is wanting to rule everything. And then we know at the end time there's a one world government, but we still have this, what is it called, Sky? Cognitive dissonance?
Dissonance. Yes.
Where we just don't. Because if I say, hey, the Chinese want to rule the world, people are like, yeah, probably, maybe. Hey, the United States really kind of wants to rule the world, or kind of does already, kind of wants to rule. I don't know. The Islam wants to rule the world. Well, they do. We can't stand them. If I say, well, Israel wants to rule the world, no, they do not. So we have this whole there are multiple the globalists, these international people who have no loyalty to America or China or whoever. They want to rule the world. The elite,
they're doing a pretty good job,
and they're doing a very good job. The world banking system guys want to rule the world.
Who is at the top of the pyramid of the globalist?
I was going with Satan, but
he is at the top.
Right.
But
you're talking about a human being,
yeah,
or at least a mixture of
group,
Nephilim and
Rothschild.
Are they the tip top, or there's somebody tippy top before?
They're up there. They're up there.
Yeah.
Rothschild owns the 36 acres that the third temple's going to be built on. He is funding.
No, they owned that before Israel was even ever started, right?
1817.
The British gave it to him, sold it to him.
Yeah.
No. Or did he buy it from the Ottomans, the Turks?
From the Ottomans.
Okay.
One of and then of course you got the Balfour letter about making Israel a state, which didn't go to Parliament; it went to Rothschild.
Okay.
So Rothschild's Jewish.
Okay.
Obviously. Mm-hmm. And he's on he's not tip top, and maybe he's third level. Let's say third level.
Really? There's two more levels above that?
Yeah, there's a group above Rothschild, and then of course there's the Prince of Darkness.
The air. The power of the air.
So if you logically, which that's where my brain is, look at what's going on with the international bankers, which is who, and the buying up of the shipping lanes, which is who. Who wants to rule the world?
Yeah. No, I mean, and those things are hard to swallow. At the same time, again, like I said, one part of our brain says, yes, people want to rule the world. And another part of our brain says, well, they can't be really trying to rule the world. Not just the Rothschilds and the bankers. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I think I'm struggling through it. Part of us we know that it's going to happen.
Yes.
But as people try to make it happen, we're like, that's not what's happening. We're not going to see that.
You can't make the second coming happen.
Right.
But they're trying.
Right.
They're the red heifer, the whole excavation under the Dome of the Rock,
Right.
the building of the third temple, the
Right.
video that I sent you about the religious leaders of the Jewish church going up on the Dome of the Rock, which they know is against Muslims control that,
Right.
and doing a religious ceremony.
That just
and-
happened a couple weeks ago, right?
Yes, and got arrested, which my husband had a Bible in his backpack when we were there, which is not allowed.
Oh, you can't carry a
You
Bible in your
cannot-
backpack onto
No.
where the Dome of the Rock stuff is.
No,
Really?
no,
It's not like you had it out.
no. They absolutely, if we had not had a Mossad person with us, he would have been arrested.
Wow. Can you? Well, I
You
think you told me you
cannot-
can't pray,
you
but how do they
can't-
tell if you are?
You can't pray, and here's, I'm
Careful.
careful. We had earpieces connected to Jonathan.
Okay.
And he said, I want y'all just to walk around, take a look, listen to what I'm saying, but act like there's nothing going on.
Okay.
That's how he got around it. Because we're connected by earpieces.
Uh-huh.
We had one lady pick up a rock,
Okay.
and one of the Muslim guards, because there are guards posted all
Everywhere.
around, everywhere, come after her screaming in whatever
language.
You can't do that. And so she had to drop the rock, and I mean, he was in her face
About the rock.
about the rock she picked up. It is not allowed.
Wow.
So don't tell me they're all worried
Mm-hmm.
about what's going on. They
Right.
know. But I'm telling you, you cannot force the second coming.
No.
But we are faced with, let's see, we're not against, what is it? We actually face principalities of
Oh, who our conflict is not
Yes.
against human beings, but principalities and powers of the air
Yes.
and the whole 9 yards.
So-
Principalities, powers. What's the
Boy,
rest of the list in
I
King
can't
James?
remember.
Golly, I should know that
I
one. If
should
I
know
fail
that
that
too,
one.
because I talk about it.
Principalities and powers, I know.
Yeah. So the globalist and all of this Epstein, I mean, it all connects.
Well, it's
All
funny because you have
connects.
all this at the end. You have, okay, we're waiting for Jesus' return. Islam says Jesus is going to return, but it's it's a different Jesus, different understanding. Judaism is trying to usher in their Messiah number one, which
Right.
was Jesus, but they missed him and ignored that. So they're literally trying to get whoever it is they're expecting to come back. And I think a lot of evangelicals in the South don't realize that's what they're working on.
Yeah.
While we're helping, and we're like, hey, we've got a red cow right here in Geneva County. We'll send it over. That's not about Jesus. So all these things are happening at the same time, and it's like we're blind to what's
So-
going on.
Are we entering the end times, or are they trying to force Armageddon to take over the world?
And it's not really the end times.
No. Yeah.
It's a good question. Wow. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. Welcome back in, everybody. We appreciate you listening to the program. The number here, 1-800-289-9228, 1-800-289-9228. I want to ask one more quick thing because I thought it was important.
Okay.
It's the most, you have been to Israel.
Yes.
How are Christians treated there?
Very badly.
Really?
Yes.
And now, your family was, y'all signed up for, what was the name of that group again, and got the magazines. You gave me one of them.
Christians United for Israel.
For Israel.
But we did not go with Jonathan Cahn as Kufi.
Mm-hmm.
He had a special group
Okay.
go, and it cost a lot of money, but that's okay.
Because I think a lot of people think, hey, we're all on this same little team,
No.
and
No.
because when Tucker Carlson said that, I think it was Ambassador Huckabee who just had a stroke and said that really wasn't true. But you're saying that Christians are not treated well there.
No, they are not. You go into a restaurant, and it's according to who owns the restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of service you get.
Mm-hmm.
I brought my pictures for you in my book that says Israel Trip with Jonathan Cahn,
Yeah.
Rabbi Jonathan.
It's a cool book, by the way.
And I brought all the rest of the pictures that I took because I took my big Canon with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I have thousands of pictures. You can tell, it is the atmosphere, and those of you who know me know I'm very discerning. The atmosphere is anger and hatred. It is a very, very, very dangerous place. Like I said,
I mean, you're the Americans, though. I mean,
Yes,
we're
we are-
everybody's buddies.
Yeah, well, I was with Jonathan Cahn, and they
Yeah.
do not like him. Because
So the people at the restaurants, you think were treating you bad because you were with Jonathan Cahn, or because you were the American Christians?
Well, probably
know.
both. But even we weren't allowed into Bethlehem.
Mm-hmm.
Christians, unless you're one of those church groups that, they go, oh, let's take you to, we were not invited to Knesset. We were not invited to
Okay.
Safari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I call the lobbying trips.
Yes, those are lobbying.
And I'm not sure that a lot of these pastors and people know that they're on the lobbying trips.
Right.
Okay.
It's propaganda.
Yeah. Because I've enjoyed going to some countries as a legislator,
Yeah.
and man, I love those countries.
Yeah.
It's awesome, but I'm pretty sure that
You got to see.
I got the lobbying trip.
You got the
treatment.
propaganda trip.
Yes, that's exactly what we got.
Now, we were in a bulletproof bus with, and you saw my military people who went with us.
Mm-hmm.
Our guide was from Mossad. The windows on that bus had steel iron grates on them. It is not a place that I would return to because it's very, very, very dangerous. Israel just bombed Lebanon, southern Lebanon.
Again.
And what did they bomb? Christians.
Yeah, they wiped out a bunch of Christian communities, Christian
Yes.
neighborhoods, Christian
Yes.
towns,
They
where the quote terrorists are not.
Right. It's not, just like on October the 7th when I saw that attack,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw where they flew those, what do they call them?
The little hang gliders
the hang
or whatever.
gliders over that wall. I have stood at that wall.
Mm-hmm.
That wall, and I just showed you the picture, has a machine gun turret with.
Yeah, it looks like a prison wall with the
Yes.
turret here and another one down there and another one down there. How do you get by that?
Yeah, that's the question. I said somebody knew that was coming.
Yeah, that's what Charlie Kirk said. Charlie Kirk said, I've been there, and it is the most surveilled, watched.
Yep.
You don't
Every
accidentally get by there.
Every corner in Tel Aviv has a green military dress person, full combat, machine guns. I mean, full dress. You saw we had 2 military trucks with 3 soldiers in each of them that traveled everywhere we went with us. So don't tell me it's a safe place.
Right.
It's not.
Let's go out to your phone calls out here. Who do we got, Scott? What's the order? What do you want to do?
Reverend Precipitous was first. He's got a message on the subject.
Okay, Reverend, welcome to the program.
Over here at the First Congregational Non-Denominational Church of the Commons, 10 miles south of Hutzahatchee. You are messing us up again, having Ann on there with this subject matter now. Now listen, we have figured out what we're going to do. We are selling the big campground to the AI. We got a conference call from Miriam Edelman, Rothschild, Kirshner, and John Hagee. And they said, look, we got a plan going. We're going to bypass these town councils, and we're going to go straight for the churches. And we're going to use our 72 radio stations to let all the churches know that they will put you in the finest old resort area for your church if you let them put a data center there where your graveyards and your church was. Now, listen to me.
Yes.
Y'all can't be telling about this stuff right here. And guess where we're going to be going the evening of specifically June the 14th?
Where?
The whole campground congregation is going to a big estate at Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, where you might be evacuated that day. And listen, now the program, now this first word is not American now, it's American, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is the acronym of the program that's going to put the churches over in these resort areas to fulfill the needs of Kushner. Are you ready?
Yes.
American Empire relegating generously, emphatically, religious sovereignty. Mergers.
Mergers.
Y'all join real big time now. Join. Don't listen to anything that Scott and Ann are saying to you. Don't listen to a word of it. Y'all call over here and we'll get you over here by us at the Santa Rosa estate. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, Reverend. Yeah.
Did I lie?
Not
Had a message for you.
First Congregational. Hey, look what's so. Actually, that seemed believable.
I bought
And
it.
people
He
make
got
that.
through.
People make that deal in a heartbeat. Yeah. What do you got? We have Crawdad or Miss Connie?
Crawdaddy.
Crawdaddy, welcome to the program.
Yeah, do you feel me now?
I hear you now.
Oh, that tickles.
Everybody's a comedian.
I cannot top that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were you and you were me and I looked at you, who would I see? Would I see you or would I see me? Or am I delusional? I'm just staring at a mirror on LSD. Ooh, top that.
That's pretty good.
Pretty dark.
Who's on first? Thanks, Crawdad.
I wrote that a long time ago, but I want to ask Miss Ann.
Yes.
Okay.
Concerning Shia and their theology about bringing on the last days, if I get correctly, because they're kind of scattered here brain-wise. But I'm sorry, I put my sandwich down. Shia, is it the fifth imam is what they call it? Is it the fifth imam, the final imam?
I think it's the 12th one, isn't it?
Yeah,
the 12th.
12th imam.
Right. Yes, exactly. The whole thing with their idea is, yes, we're going to push things until it happens. They do want to bring it on.
Mm-hmm.
And they can say, oh, look, we're defeating the evil Satan of the universe, and we're right, and you all are going to get it. And all. You can't beat that mentality because, during the Vietnam period, the idea in the Pentagon, we have to win their hearts and their minds.
Right.
You can't do that. It doesn't work that way with the Shia.
Fair enough. Thanks, Crawdad. We got to take a break. We will be back. Welcome back in, everybody. Lots of stuff to do. Let's get out to some of your phone calls. Is that Miss Connie?
It'd be Miss Connie.
Miss Connie, welcome to the program. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're well.
Okay. I'm going to try to make this quick.
Okay.
Is it echoing too bad on your...
No, you sound okay. We can understand you. Yes, ma'am.
All right. There's a number of... I mean, I could really have an hour-long discussion myself on this topic, but I've always been a supporter of Israel. Went to Israel in 2008, so I went with the Baptist church, so my experience was very different.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to try to stick to this point, I personally know 3 people, one person and their family, that were Christians, taught Sunday school, taught a congregation, just dyed-in-the-wool Christians that converted to Judaism. And turn their backs and say that Jesus was not the Messiah. He was a fake, and they are waiting for their Jewish Messiah. Now, this is happening more than you realize.
Really?
This was my best friend, one of my best friends. The day that I was talking to her on the phone, because we just hadn't been able to talk in a while, and she told me that she no longer believed in Jesus. That was all a lie. And I was just stunned. I didn't know what to say. And then she started talking about the real Messiah is coming. They're going to build that temple, and this Jew is going to bring peace. And I said, I told her, I said, that's the Antichrist. And she said, oh, that's all a lie. There's no such thing. Now, I don't even know what to say.
Right.
Well, you just need to pray. You know, that's what God tells us. Just.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
And be prepared for the chaos.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
So I just, and my eyes have been open to a lot about Israel, and I still love. Listen, I had a daughter who. There is a Messianic group that she was part of that she lived off and on in Israel for a couple of years, but they truly believe in Jesus, and they teach it, and they do ministries. They've gone to China and Europe and other places and done ministry. But there are Messianic groups, and I know because I went to a Messianic congregation for a couple of years.
Yes, ma'am.
Because listen, if you start learning the Old Testament and what a Jewish expression meant, because we don't understand in our Western mindset, there are words in there that if you look at it from a Jewish perspective, which would have been an early back in that time, and you get a different feel.
A historical perspective, so that you understand what being turning the other cheek means. Yes.
However, then I learned they were relying on the Talmud, not the Torah. Now, the Torah, for those who don't, it's the first 5 books of the Bible. That's what we should study. Yes. Okay, the Talmud is filth.
Well, I'm glad that you're calling this program mentioning a word that most evangelicals across the South have never heard.
Yeah, and people in the churches, because I know I've been in a Baptist church most all my life. I went to Messianic congregation for a couple of years till I found out they were relying on the Talmud. And I was like, no, can't do that. And then to have friends who turned their back on Christ,
right,
and walked away, it's just I don't even know how to deal with it.
No, that's tough. I've never. I mean, I can't say I would have guessed that it doesn't ever happen, but you're the first person I've talked to. I've never heard of someone turn their back on Christ and go back to Judaism. That's a interesting thing. I just wonder if any of it had anything to do with.
She's not Jewish. She's not Jewish.
No.
She was a Christian.
Become
and had
a follower of Judaism.
Now she converted.
Yes.
Converted.
Mm-hmm.
She was watching some stupid rabbi, and I won't say his name, online, and she told me, "Oh, you got to go hear this," and he's so wonderful. And I did go listen to some of his teaching, and I thought, I'm thinking, have you lost your mind
right.
that you're listening to this guy?
Yeah.
And so we are entering a time of just chaos beyond belief.
Exactly. And,
We are.
And it's deliberate.
Miss Connie, I appreciate
Yeah.
you so much. Make sure you don't be a stranger. Give us a call back. I enjoy talking to you.
Okay, thanks.
You have a good one. I mean, look, you could tell Miss Connie's voice. I hope it sounds similar to my voice at times. Like, there are things I did not know.
Yeah.
You were telling me, well, we've got like a minute left. Your experience was, hey, I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna look at that. And did it upset the apple cart?
Oh, yeah. Well, which experience? Because we talk so much.
Well, the one from the book and the going to Israel, and you said just the more you learn.
Oh yeah, the more you learn, I'm not talking from a religious perspective. I'm talking from a factual and political perspective of what is being accomplished by the Israeli government.
Mm-hmm.
So always my question is, who are the chosen people? It's not the government.
Right. It's kind of like the United States government.
Right.
They don't represent us.
Right. They don't. America's a Christian nation. Is our Congress Christian? Israel's a Jewish nation. Are they doing what's best for the Jewish people? Are they corrupt as American government?
We got to go.
Is corrupt?
Y'all be good, be safe. See y'all.